show you here. These are all of my relatives. My grandmother decided that each family would dress in a different colored t-shirt to represent the family, which just served to highlight my unmarried Aunt Rochelle. And Aunt Susie, the single mom. Here I am, looking incredibly fabulous, in a very flattering green t-shirt during the heaviest time in my life. And all of this, in the debate brings me to my key point. Why family is important. Obviously, you share the same blood. Family will sacrifice anything for you. You can borrow money and mistreat family, and they won't cut you off like friends. I think that's the greatest point. You can do anything. I think I make choices in my life based on who I can abuse most and still have around. And finally, if you're a baby, who's going to take care of you? Your baby friends? Into the other side of the argument, Googling family versus friends debate over and over again. And it seemed that the only people on the internet making the case for the friend side were teenage girls. And I quote, Stacy Giggle 98. I personally think friends are more important because what could be more fun than hanging around with your friends? It's a carefree life. Friends know what's going on around school. They can relate to you. They gossip. They laugh about just about anything, funny or not. They don't tell you what to do or where to go. They don't lecture you. They don't ground you, and they don't tell stories of when I was your age. Yeah. Exactly. That's the legs. And then we have Sarah Cutie. I think friends are better than family. I know my friends will always have my back. I know that if a guy hurts me, they will pound his face in. I know that no matter what, I can always talk to them about anything, and I know that no matter how far away we are from each other, that we will still be best friends. All right, I want you as an audience to collectively think of your best friends in middle school. Who is still friends with any of those people? Raise your hand. All right, I would say that's about 10% of you. And this brings me to my next slide, which is holidays. This is a topical argument as well, because all of us are making choices about, do we spend Thanksgiving with family, do we spend it with friends? Now, I think, personally, a holiday with friends, it just doesn't seem like, it's just basically you're just drinking. You're going to dinner, you do what you're always fucking doing, right? I have spent every Thanksgiving with my family, aside from one Thanksgiving, which I spent with Kevin, wearing the dumpy sweater over there.
$15 for this dumpy sweater.
Kevin is my best friend, so the fact that I'm debating against him shows exactly how much of a case he has. We had, Chinese food, and I honestly speak for everyone. I say, when you try to spend a holiday with friends, you think it's going to be fine, and then you get home, and you're alone, something's missing. You just want someone to hold you, be there for you. And that's why I think holidays with family, you have a shared experience. Like my younger sister's birthday. That's Julia in the center. She's fallen asleep at her birthday, and my father put a potato chip in her mouth. You'll also notice the mini hamburgers and Julia written in blood on her cake. And speaking of extended family, where would I be without last Christmas's conversation with my Aunt Ruth Ann there that lasted a full hour about how to turn radishes into roses with just a few simple steps. Those simple steps did take an hour conversation, but still. Now, I want to talk quickly about my opponents here, because obviously each one of them came from a family and has a family. I'll start with Kevin Townley. Like I said, Kevin is my best friend. We've known each other for 8 years in New York City. We wrote a book together. What could make Kevin feel so angry towards the idea of family? Perhaps it's not the notion of family in general. Perhaps it's his family. Maybe this young man raised in Boulder, Colorado felt out of place. Maybe he didn't feel like he belonged with these people. Or perhaps his anger is more deep-seated, because often the things that we hate the most come because of sheer disappointment. And maybe that disappointment came in the form of Kevin Townley's father, Kevin Sr., as seen here speaking on a public access show about his career in alchemy. Yes, that's right. Kevin's father is an alchemist by trade. Author of the book, Green Hermetism, Alchemy and Ecology, Kevin Townley. And maybe Kevin hates his family because time and time again his father was unable to turn elements into gold. Oh yes, what about Miss Lizz Winstead, who laughs in the face of family? I spent hours on her Facebook page trying to find photos of family. But no, time and time again, it was selfies taken with other women. The complete absence of family caused me to dig deeper. And that's when I discovered Liz, who we know her as now, was once a young orphan named Molly, and her best friend, Annie, was adopted into the most powerful family in New York City, leaving her abandoned in that orphanage and causing her to hate family for the rest of her life. And finally, Opus Moreschi, also a dear friend of mine. Opus, I'd like you to look into the eyes of your mother and tell me that that woman means nothing to you. And Opus, yes, your sister Kate may be in the audience, but I reached out to your, actually, speaking of, I have a rebuttal to the Dick Cheney photo. Here we go. So Opus is saying, oh, his family caused this, but I would like you to first look, close-up of Dick Cheney, close-up of the joy on Opus's face. I don't think I've ever seen Opus as happy. And then next slide, I reached out to Opus's sister, Laura, just letting her know what her brother was going to be doing tonight. And she wrote me back the following email. I feel betrayed by my brother. Please say it isn't true. I can't believe my brother would argue that friends are better than family. Honestly, I'm hurt. Who did he stay with when he started at Emerson College in Boston? Not his legions of friends, me. He stayed in my guest bedroom for a month. When he had his first Emmy nomination as head writer on the Colbert Report, did he take some pretty skirt? No, he took his older sister, me. As children of a broken household, oh, she's laying in back and forth from mom to dad and back again across the country, across oceans from Connecticut to Colorado to Belgium and Germany. It was always him and me together. Family counts. Raps, family. He's the godfather to my daughter. They call him Uncle Awesome. What are they gonna call him now? I've seen him cycle through friends, roommates, girlfriends. He's pushed everyone away. The only consistent thing in his life has been us, his family. I know deep down family is the only thing that matters to Opus. Laura. As that sinks in, I would like to reiterate how important my family is to me. Family are the wings that make you fly. Princess Diana. And as I close my arguments, I do feel obligated to say, this message was brought to you by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.